Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over some DOU games from the weeks 1 through 4 of DPL. We're currently in week 5. I would have liked to have made more content on this so far, but been pretty busy, and I'm probably only gonna get more busy going forward. So figured that might as well make a few videos the next couple of days while I have some free time. So yeah. Without further ado, I guess we'll just start back at week 1. I already compiled every single replay a few days ago, but my headphones weren't working, so I couldn't do it then. The audio balance was too off. Alright, so I guess we'll just start off here with... These are in approximate order. I think I should have gotten every game, but apologies if I missed one. We're going to start off here with CD versus Sea Life. We have a couple interesting teams here. This is a very Crust numbers coded team. Torkoal, Cinderace, Rillaboom, DNC. In fact, it might actually be the team from SP. I kind of saw it as ingrained in my mind as the Gen 8 team. Then we have kind of like... It looks kind of like an SCL team from last year. Very clear who is building, or where this team came from. It's a very Z-coded team. Kind of DNC instead of Arcalodon this time. And then, yeah. Probably, for some reason, this just screams like Scarflando. I mean, I don't really know. Because, obviously, this is not the same team. But it's very similar to teams we've seen from Z in the past. Clearly, or just had some influence on this team, I think. Alright, so we're going to see the Cinderace plus Walking Wake against the POW and the Wellspring. Wellspring is just going to protect. That's a good protect call. That's a really huge lead early on. And now Cinderace has burned its Libero, so it can't even change out of the type. And Walking Wake is almost dead. You do break the sash on the POW, but I mean, it's not super great, to be honest. Do have fake out pressure here, but hand switching to it's really free. Presumably, Cinderace is locked into that. Good Woodhammer, though. Not even going to knock out the hands, though. So now, the Rillaboom is just under fret. Pow's going to get its sash back as well. Good pivot there. Rillaboom is just dead. And Fergraf is not going to go for Trick Room, instead going to go for Terra Blast. Wow, Terra Blast Fire. That's quite threatening here, actually. As we see a Sucker Punch in front of Arbor Tail. Let's go. But for some reason the Fergraf is not clicking Trick Room, so I guess we don't want to win the game. Or we don't have it. Why was it not clicked here? I guess there was some fear of the Trick Room being undone, but I feel like you could have just doubled into the Sinistra there to prevent that from happening. Well, yeah, the POW is dead, but now, you've burned your Terra. Your Terra actually made you more weak to Lando Eye, so this board just looks like game over, to be honest. Yeah, there's an Ivy Cudgel. The Earth Power is just gonna... Wait, what? Dude. I'm so confused, man. Maybe it's Sash Lando, it doesn't have Sandsphere or something. Okay, well, Diance's gonna come in here. Diance looks very good for C. Unfortunately, it's kind of a mirror, so now it just comes down to who gets the boost and who doesn't. Although Sinistra in the back is still very good for C. Okay, yeah, Diance gets the immediate boost. This is going to be really difficult for Sea Life to come back from. Yeah, I mean, that's just not enough damage when there's a Sinistra in the back. Very interesting, we see the Diance's actually faster than the Fergraf outside of Trick Room. So, going to follow away the Sucker Punch. There's no switch in for Diamond Storm here, and then the Sinistra's just going to wall the opposing Diance, I think, to clean up this game. Presumably. Wonder what set this wake is. It could be Specs, could be AV. Oh yeah, and Terra still available. Yeah, this is pretty Jover. It's going to be probably a 3 body press into this wake, yeah. Yeah, there's the Macha Gotcha. Close game, honestly. I feel like both players made some plays. I'm a little confused by it, but C got there in the end. I feel like this Lando really could have been more aggressive because there was no Earth power switching. But yeah, we'll play by sea here. I think if you're Sea Life, you just should not have Terra'd the Frigoraph, although Terra Blast Fire is kind of aura, so I would have done it too. Alright, let's go to the second game. There's no ordering by series, I'm just reacting to DOU games. Alright, so here we got a Snow team, Baxcalibur, Ninetales Gold, against kind of like I'd say one of the Raging Bolt teams we've kind of seen. At least it's kind of similar to. Kind of just like POW Knight, DNC, Raging Bolt, +2. On first glance, this matchup is not super great for... I mean, I think there's reason for both players to be a little upset here, right? Obviously on Charmdy's end here, you have POW Knight plus DNC into Goldango, but also you have Overpot Harflame into the Snow team. So yeah, that's very interesting. Let's see how it goes. Harflame lead here. Raging Bolt as well. Harflame is just going to protect there. As Landorus goes for the Stealth Rock. Okay. So fairly good turn one there for Sundays, right? You get your rocks up. Unfortunately, I mean, like the two mods that are most hit by are on the field at the moment, but might be able to force them out later. Yeah, there's a Intimidate coming down from the Ensign. Double into the Ensign. Interesting. Okay. It's high horsepower from the Rillaboom. Only does about 40 to the Ogerpon. Not a whole lot of damage. As we see another E-Speed. Doubles into the Rillaboom, and now the Rillaboom's dead. Wisp Ensign. Okay, so this Dragonite is basically neutralized. But Ogerpon's still kind of threatening here. But it reveals that the Lando is actually Scarf. Okay, Scarf rocks, very interesting. There's a Ninetales. Well, this kind of guarantees that Veil goes up. Looks kind of tricky. Okay, Glide. Okay, nice. The Lando's dead. So Griffon has found a way to preserve itself somehow. Charmdy still has Terra. DNC is kind of strong here as well. Ivy Cudgel just gonna do a little bit to that Ninetales. DNC is good here, but I mean there's obviously a gold. Ice Shard comes out. There's the Trick Room. There's a POW as well, okay. POW's gonna go click Protect, okay. Immediate defense boosts. Gold's just gonna go for Apply. Yeah, it's relatively safe here. Gold looks pretty able to run away with this game, to be honest. Gold plots again. Kind of scared of Sucker Punch, I guess. The Raging Bolt in, okay. Well, DNC is just gonna die. I mean, yeah, this looks pretty over. Well executed by Sundays here. With that Harflame down, this game became so much more difficult. Terra Fire from the Rillaboom, interesting. Protect Thunderbolt. Okay, so this is the Combine Thunderbolt Dragon Pulse set, presumably, that we've seen. I mean, okay, I say presumably, I like literally know what it is, because I'm in the chat. Yeah, so this Goldango is just going to run away with this game. Dragonite burned, Harflame down, like it's just kind of Jober. Well played by Sundays. Yeah, game just ends there. Alright. Game 3, okay. Pentra versus Eternal Snowman. And ESM has his standard Kamo'o Iron Crown Sand team. With Harflame that kind of balances out all the weaknesses. And then a Hydreigon as well. Bit of a more recent ESM mod, I'd say. The last few months. Alright, we got the DNC Ogerpon lead here from Pentra. Interesting, like, kind of Trick Room team here. Although it does have the Ogerpon for a bit of a faster mode. Hot from the Hydreigon, okay. Well, it seems to be a big expanding force after the Follow Me on the next turn. Yeah, no damage on the NDD. This looks very difficult. Okay, Ogre Pawn gonna get its Terra, get its +1 Spit F. And Ranger Bolt's gonna click Combine. Okay, it's not bad. However, yeah, that expanding force is still doing a lot. And the Bolt doesn't really do a whole lot of damage here. Oh, Helping Hand. This could be a very big attack. Sinister probably dies, yeah. And Bolt goes very low. And Shroom's gonna run out. I don't know if this crown is beatable, to be honest. Yeah, just double protect from ESM. No need to risk it. I mean, yeah, I don't. This looks pretty difficult. Yeah, it's pretty insurmountable. I mean, Psychic Terrain is gonna end. Okay, I don't know if I like that. Well, Ninetales not really useful here anyway. But there's the E-Force. Woodhammer. Covering the Ninetale switch in and goes down. Pentra on time. Yeah, this looks very difficult. Attack on Cutter. Woodhammer, that's not going to do it, but I don't know if Bolt has any offensive output here to do much. Oh, another Combine, too. Meh. I mean, Ogre Pawn going to switch in just to lay the sack, I guess. He's going to successfully catch that Talcon Cutter, but like, there's no need for ESO to make any predictions here, yeah. I mean, it just takes wands and there's no offensive pressure back. Yeah, that +1 Woodhammer is just going to obliterate the DNC and the game's going to end, yeah. Okay. Yeah, very interesting team from ESM, using the same thing for like the same year now. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Alright, we have Big Warrior versus Opalucid. We have Fringe Crest Bear with presumably Combine Bolt plus Sinistra with that Instant plus Wallspring. That's kind of just like to round out the team. And we have a very interesting Roaring Moon team here with Glamora, Spectre, Lando T, Harflame, and Real. I mean, there's like a lot of things, like ways this team could be different. Like it could be Spectre, it could be Grassy Seed Plot Spectre, it could be Meteor Beam Glamora. Hard to tell on team preview. But overall, looks pretty good for Pig Warrior here with that Rillaboom plus Lando T into this team. So yeah, let's see what happens. Alright, we get the Crest instant lead into the Lando Glamora. Makes sense. It's probably, yeah, that looks like Rock's Glamora. Taunt, okay. But it's Mental Herb, okay. So Ursula's going to get in for free with Trick Room up. But Pigor's going to try to catch something with that Spectre. Already reveals Grassy Seed. Earthquake, that's going to do no damage in the grassy terrain, okay. Spectre takes very minimal damage. Now you have Fake Out support. Spectre gets a Fury Nasty Plot off. Okay, so I guess this Ursaluna might be just mono Earthquake. Otherwise, I feel like he would have wanted to stay in and have pressure from Headlong Rush. Or maybe that's something else, I don't know. I feel like he still could have kept it in there. But yeah, Spectre is just kind of in here. Bolt's not going to win this 1v1, especially if it's Degleam. Or not Degleam, Dekiss. Yeah, I mean... Very commanding lead here from Pig Warrior. Even though no mons have died yet. Alright, we see Grassy Glide. Plus Draining Kiss, that's just going to pick up that Ogre Pawn. I don't know if that crit mattered, probably not. Might depend on the Ogre Pawn's bulk, but... considering -1 Glide did 33, I don't think it's super fat, so... yeah, there's a Fake Out onto the Spectre, but like, I just don't know how you knock it out here. I mean, if this Glamora has like Moral Spin, it's even harder. Yeah, Bolt's just gonna eat a poison. Parting Shot, I mean, sure. And then the Bolt, the only way to hit Spectre is probably with Thunderclap, or else it would have clicked T-Bolt already. Yeah, there's the Ogre Pawn switch in. Yeah, there's T-Clap, but the Spectre actually lives the +3 Thunderclap and just gonna kill the Sinistra. Yeah, this game is Jover. For a double protect, there's just like, you have Fake Out pressure, but there's no way to capitalize on it. The next turn is just a very free Follow Me plus Draining Kiss into either slot. Alright, opts to go into the Instant, in case it quick protects, but Instead, it's going to click Wisp, which I guess is fair. I mean, you have to hope that your opponent makes a mistake at this point, but like there's really no answer to land OT left in this game. Oh, we doubled it. Okay. Well, that cost us 30% on our land OT, but like it doesn't really matter. Yeah, there's your Saluna. I mean, yeah, it's just Bulk gets set up, but it doesn't really do a whole lot here. Very weak week for Raging Bolt so far from these games. Crust is just gonna die, presumably. Oh, we clicked. Oh, I guess because he still had Terra. But now you just got Roaring Moon in for free. Very safe fake out, considering already revealed Mental Herb earlier in the game. So yeah, early trick room there from opalucid, but really couldn't capitalize on it. I really wonder what this Saluna set is. So far it just revealed Earthquake and Facade. Alright, nice one for Pig Warrior there. Alright, Waffle 2025 versus Faye. Very interesting Enamorous team here. I wonder if this is superpower. Probably with screens, yeah. And then kind of just a Palpin's team with Lando Eye for some extra offensive coverage. Some Heatran, Amoonguss action for bulk. This Enamorous going to click Superpower versus clicking Moonblast. Okay, it's clicking Superpower. It's going to do nothing, even with the crit. Chew is a good switch in here, but I just don't know if it really... it's doing plotted. Okay, it can't even really break the Amoonguss. It probably just gets put to sleep here, yeah. It's just pretty dire. Play rough, that's not going to kill. Not even close. And Earth Power is just going to knock it out because there's no light screen. Okay, well, this looks Jover. And Amorous could have been very threatening here. I feel like Terra didn't have to be burned on it so early. I don't know. But one boost is just isn't enough to cut it with this Pokemon. And I mean, there's a reason we don't see it more often. Alright, let's see. Can Plot Chi revive this game? 40. I mean, it's just... Terra Fairy Heatran is a really bad matchup for this as well. And the free turn sleep. And the clear smog. Okay, that just sucks. Citrus. Okay, interesting. But Heat Wave unboosted, not going to kill the Amoonguss there. And it just goes right back to sleep. Yeah, this game is just completely Jover. Can even just click E-Speed here now? Okay, I guess not. There's a Stomping Tantrum. Even with Reflect and at -1. Still does 72 to that Chi-Yu. Rage Powder. Yeah, not going to be enough. Soon as just barely going to hold on, but like Chi-Yu can't take a kill here. There's Pow Sash and the Heatran Flashfire, so... What a matchup. I mean, Clear Smog and Amoonguss was kind of fire here. I respect that into Waffle. Like, as a player that probably uses... from my memory, uses a lot of setup. Okay. Charlotte versus Macco. Okay, I've got a Snow team against kind of the meta 6 here. Or like, one of them. They changed out 2 slots. I think this usually has like... Power like Raging Bolt in one of these slots. Against, yeah, kind of a Snowbolt team here. Not anything super surprising, but looks like a fairly strong team here. So let's see how it goes. So I got the Ogerpon Lando Eye lead here. Lando going to be scared out by that Kyurem. Kind of a defensive play for both players here, but Macklemore is in a really good position, especially if it's Meteor Beam. Which it might not be on this team. Okay, it's not. Well, I do see the SD from the Ogerpon. Is not actually hit by that parting shot. I feel like you didn't need to burn Terraghost there. Am I crazy? I guess there was a ogre spawn on it. Well, I don't know. I don't really get that. I guess because like I feel like if T spikes go up there, it's not even like if you get thick out of there, T spikes go up and it's not bad for you. But now the ants you got to direct decorate off. It's pretty threatening. But it's not going to be able to kill this robe unless there's a double up with a U-turn or something. Um, oh, we just see a wood hammer. That kills too. Okay, nice. Okay. I mean, once Trick Room ends, this is going to be a little bit of a problem. Snow in the back. Oh, protect? What? What are we protecting? I feel like you wanted to get most value out of your Trick Room turns here. Because you have Harflame in the back for the snow too, the snow stuff. I mean, it wasn't that bad if Instant stayed alive there, because then you probably could have gotten the second Trick Room up, but now it's just kind of cooked, I think. Yeah, I feel like burning Instant there was unwise. Yeah, and that's not going to kill. Is this Scarf Lando? There's a chance. Okay, it is. Okay. I don't know if we can break the Curum, though. Comes down to Sans here. I think you got to double a Curum here with a Protect, yeah. Okay, but we didn't. Very sad. We do have Fake Out now. Could be worse if Ogrepod can crit the Ninetales here. There's a chance. But if not, Veil just goes up and it's okay. It's Focus Energy. Okay, very nice, very nice. It's workable. Again, probably Ninetales might protect, but does not. And that's not even gonna kill, even with the crit. Wow, Curum just so bulky, and Blizzard's just gonna finish off the game. Yeah, just a little bit more chip on that. Curum could have been workable. I feel like you could have clicked Focus Energy sooner as like a nice middle ground play on this turn. Eh, I guess it is a little bit tricky to click that, but you should live the double based on his blizzard damage, so I think that's what I would have liked to see. I would have had an extra turn. A little bit tricky though once that instant went down. Close head game there. Good of Macco to clutch that out. Alright. Alright, Nidato versus Bagel. And Nidato is bringing this team again. Very similar to a team I built in Derby. I believe it's probably a rip from that. 1 second. Okay. Not very important. Okay. Into the Sand team here. The Sand team looks pretty threatening. There's not really... The only ground resist is Wellspring, and everything else is hit really hard by Excadrill here. I mean, Blood Moon is good into it as well, but it can... I mean, it doesn't resist it. If it gets any kind of chip, it's also a little bit threatened, but I mean, not really. It has high defense, but I'd say the matchup favors Bagel here, especially with that Torn. The Goldango from Bagel looks pretty useless here, but everything else looks pretty good, I'd say. Alright, got the T-Tar Excadrill lead here into the DOU Wellspring. Okay. Terra Bug, holy shit. The greatest set of all time. Oh man, really bad turn one for Nidato. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of a common set on Excadrill. It's kind of just what it runs to hit the grass types in this format, but I mean, I'm not sure what counterplay Nidato had to that, honestly, with that lead. At least we got rocks up and Tailwind up here, but wait. Why did we Terra Poison? Oh, for the X Scissor. But I feel like that... Okay, well, we got the X Ripple down, but I feel like burning Terra there is a mistake. Because even if you did take an X Scissor there, like, that means the hands is healthy. Well, I don't know. It's like... not thinking super critically about any of these games, but... definitely did not turn out very well for Nidato there. Okay. Well, Wellspring looks like it wins after Tailwind expires from Nito's end. With that head solo. Yeah, you get a lot of damage off here as well. High horsepower. Looks like AV Blood Moon, I think. Yeah, it's AV. And Chiyo's gonna get a couple KOs here, but it's not gonna be able to do anything into that Wellspring plus. Okay, yeah, it goes Okie Dokie Torn first. This is fair. I think it's a bit safer. Yeah, you kill the Ursaluna first. Yeah, that AB Dogi is not really in any danger. Rest in peace, Chiyu. Yeah, tough matchup for Nito. Lost a lot of resources early to that Excadrill. Generational Excadrill performance. Alright, Shiloh versus Freya Knight EGC. Another Raging Bolt DNC team. Bolt did a little bit better in the last couple of games we watched. We'll see what set it is here and how well it does. Ivy Cudgel with the Icy Wind POW, and down goes the opposing POW. W speed tie. Rocks do go up though, if you're Freya Knight, so that's good. But now the DO's dead. At least he got spikes down too. But yeah, Lando looks very good here. Okay, covers the potential Terra Grass. Oh, misses the here. That's a very big miss. Sacred Fire is going to do a lot to either of these mons. Looks like bulky Lander to take only 70 from that. Or I guess it might not be, but depends on the Entei set. Okay, it's AV. Maybe that is normal damage. I'm not sure. Lander was going to die. But like back DNC looks really good here, I think. Pollen Puff is going to break that sash on the POW. Bolt comes in here. Also fairly good here. Very good cover of the switch in there by Shiloh, not letting the Dragonite or the Tinglu come in for free there. And now DNC looks kind of like it wins that behind Reflect. Plus Terra. Whatever the Terra is. Both players... Well, actually, no. Freya Knight doesn't even have Terra anymore. This looks rough. Sacred Fire whiffs. Asami Tantrum hits into the Grimmsnarl. Okay, interesting. Opposite just Terra the Raging Bolt. Yeah, this just wins. Oh, I got Whirlwinded. Okay, wait, hold on. Big Diamond Storm, okay. I feel like Bolt in the back is still very good. E-Speed, okay. That does nothing. And the Trick Room. Big Body Press plus Giant Pulse. That's going to prevent the Tinglu from getting another Whirlwind off. Now DNC just wins. A little bit closer than I thought it would be, but I don't think that was a fault of either player. I just misunderstood the situation. But well played by Shiloh there. Alright. Seraptor versus Yellow Paint. We have interesting Regidrago team here with Iron Crown. Very offensive team. With Genies into Lando T Genies. Rocks go up, okay. Rocks go up on both sides. That's a very strange Rocks from Yellow Paint, in my opinion. I mean, I guess it does prevent the Corn from switching in and back out, but like, I feel like if you were going to attack with Laura there, you probably should have hit the Torn. But there wasn't really a safe turn one there from that lead, so fair enough. Lando is not sincere because it is Rocks, so very safe. Very safe. What's it called? Follow me there. This turn, POW's in a really good spot, but I mean, Seraptor has plenty of options here. The POW has its sash broken, right? You could Terra either Mon, and try to get that POW dead, and after that, either one of these Mons looks really good. Oh yeah, okay. We see the Terra Steel from the Regidrago correctly catches the Ice Spinner. And now we'll probably just see both Mons go down here. Oh yeah, Draco Meteor, that's just dead. Dang. Yeah, gold plus light OT can't win this game as well. Do still have Terra. I mean, maybe it's possible. Okay, Rock Slide, Fire. If you're gonna do that, I feel like you shouldn't have Terra'd the gold. Because that's the only... I mean, it's a good play to your outs, but you want to keep the typing for the other stuff. Yeah. Oh, it's not even Scarf. Okay, never mind. Okay, well, it was just kind of cooked. Unfortunate. Good Terra there by Seraptor. Alright, Kodenish versus Eat Foods. Another snow team here against King Gambit, Heatran, POW team. I think this is a cool all team, if I remember right. Alright, so the Lando's just going to switch out there. Gambit gets a free SD. Okay, Gambit looks really threatening in this matchup. Let's see what happens here. Okay, Sucker Punch. Okay. You do preserve the Wellspring here, but the King Gambit's now encored. That kind of sucks, because the King Gambit was so threatening if it just got to click Kowtow. Oh man, this is rough. Now it's just going to burn all that Sucker Punch PP. The gold just gets to plot for free, too. Oh, Wisman's. Okay, this is so sad. Oh, big crit. Okay. But the gold just, again, just gets the plot for free. Oh, man. One turn of not clicking follow me. And the King Gambit can't attack for the rest of the game. Oh, now we're protected in front of Encore. No! Okay, Heatran's good here. Terra Water. Okay, that's excellent here. Oh, that just killed. Okay. Dang. I expected more from Heatran. So sad. Oh, Grassy Seed too? Oh, this is Jover. Unfortunate. Yeah, make it rain. I just kill or get close, yeah. Yeah. Very good encore from Kodenish here. Kind of just managed that encore pressure really well multiple times in this game. The King Gambit kind of just got out of position with no follow me support. Well played. Yeah. Okay. Starbolt Fike versus Flixel. We have Roaring Moon, Lando, Gold, good stuffs. Against Crust with DNC Sinistra. And POW as well. For some nice, more offensive mode. Alright, there's the POW switch. Amogus, still gonna eat that, thanks to the -1. But that's not good to take that much damage on Amogus. Oh, that's a dangerous gold switch. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Does not get punished by Flare Blitz there. Okay, Cresselia gets in. Gold is very good here. You want to make sure to preserve it as long as possible. Terra Water, okay. Sacred Sword just going to kill that instant. It's a lot of damage. Gold's still good here. The typing's no longer quite as important. Or quite as broken. Tailwind there is interesting. I feel like I would have clicked Breaking Swipe. Because now you're a little bit out of position. Amogus' switch, it's safe-ish switching here. But you do have Tailwind up, so now the Ensign is slower and can threaten it with Flare Blitz. You gotta stall a couple more turns. Oh, we don't protect at all. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, this is looking pretty Jover. Ursulina in the back looks very dangerous. Damn it. Well, I can't speak. Very dangerous. He got Roaring Moon in it. Now it's just not very good here. We do see the Lander switch in. With that Breaking Swipe. But I mean, Crest looks pretty unbreakable here. Oh. No protects. So sad. Here's how Goldango can still win. Big facade. Unironically, here's how Goldango can still win. Well, you're gonna need to make a call this turn. I don't even know if it's... Oh, Terra Dark. Okay. Yeah, that's not gonna die to this. Rip. Okay. I do a really bad job of keeping track of Terra in replays. There's a facade. Rip. This game is over. Okay. Well played by Frickson. Alright. Okay, we have my game. Okay. I will switch sides so I can remember how I played this. Alright, we have a Roy and Moon balance team here. With Okidogi and Harflame into kind of the size spam team here. I think I lost to this team before, or a very similar one from Madara or something. But it's not a super great matchup here for Breakfast Enjoyer. Consider I have Rilla, Harflame, as well as Roy and Moon. Alright, so we got the Lando T plus Wellspring lead here. And the Landorus plus Pow. Not the super great lead from Breakfast Enjoyer. I mean, I don't know what else he could have done, but I have Icy Wind. So I get a lot of damage for free on turn 1 here. And then Ndidi gets heavily chipped, and that makes it really difficult. And so yeah, I kind of just doubled into that slot with Icicle Crash plus Sansir. Yeah, it's a lot of damage on the hands early. It does heal back with a Drain Punch, but you still lost a lot of damage, or a lot of health on that one. The Crown does get a free switch in here. However, it's like free in quotes, because I could just burn Terra here. Both sides burn Terra. Terra Psychic to the Terra Steel Lando doesn't even do half, and I get a really big Sansir here. So this game, I mean, I just had to I clicked Sansir a bunch. I mean, I got pretty lucky with it for this turn. Just a really safe Tailwind. Good Encore from him, but unfortunately, like Lando just gets to click again, and the Crown goes down. And Landorus lives that because it's broken. The Ndidi is okay here, but I just get a very free U-turn. And with that hand's chipped from earlier, like, it's just very difficult. Yeah, there comes the hand. It is SD, but like, there's just not enough turns of Trick Room, and he doesn't have enough Mons left to really capitalize on it, so I just get to kill the Ndidi, and it's only at +1 now, so it's very easy for me to just stall out Trick Room turns here as well. Okay, sack the POW, very interesting. Why is my music getting stopped? Why? Okay. It's also book up Okidogi, so it's very difficult to win from here. Throat chop makes sense on the Ndidi team. There's the glide. Okidogi just gets bulk up and the game is kind of over. Alright, let's go on to week 2 here. It's gonna be a long video. Alright, Shiloh versus Charlotte. So, alright, we have another size spam team here, with Okidogi this time. It kind of helps punish like the instants and stuff, as well as a few other tools. Stabilize a few matchups, such as like Harflame. Into the kind of interesting team here, with Double Water, Dondozo, Wellspring. Probably one of the Chiyu or the Lando is Scarf here, right, if I had to guess. This looks like a rough matchup for Charlotte, with no speed control into this. I mean, I guess it's not that bad. It's just, it's not super comfortable, I'd say. Alright, there's a spiky shield. Gonna break that sash from the POW. That Dozo's not going to take a whole lot from that Bleak Wind. Yeah, Max Videf probably, and there's a Yawn. It's okay to set the spikes here because you have Okidogi in the back, but that's not even going to kill the Glamora. I feel like this Horn is super weak. This has to be like really, really fat. And now you just have no board presence. Okay. This looks difficult. I see Yawn again, but like nothing switched out, but it doesn't even really matter here. Both mods are asleep, and now Chiyu comes in for free. Oh, Okidogi's going to take a lot here. Yeah. Tor goes down to the Wave Crash as well. Okay, actually, Chiyu looks incredible here in this board. It was well played by Charlotte to get into position. Oropon's just going to protect. Okidogi's going to knock off, but I mean, Leto goes down. But the Okidogi's not going to be able to kill the Dondozo here. And I think just a little bit more chip on this Okidogi. And the range of Chiyu. Okay, Wellspring. Okay. Terra Water. Okay. Oh, big missed gunk shot there. That's big. Iron Crown notably cannot hit the Chiyu. Protects from that gunk shot as well. If gunk shot had landed earlier, this would be much better for Shiloh, but with that Ogerpon at full, like, it becomes so much more difficult. Yeah, I guess the crown just takes a lot of damage there. And like, it's just still not threatened. And if it was Scarf Chiyu, I mean, like, the game is just kind of over. Okay, Heat Wave, okay. Oh, the Okidogi hangs on. And no double into the Okidogi. Big Drain Punch. This is Scarf Chiyu. The Okidogi gets back to full health. This is winnable for Shiloh. It looks winnable. Wait. You are forced to attack there and kind of die there, so I guess it's not super great. Oh yeah, and Calm Mind probably just wins the game. Well, it's complicated. Like, there's Pow in the back. Oh, Pow's asleep. Never mind. Okay, no, this game's kind of over. I forgot that Pow was asleep. Big Dragon Pulse. Trick Room. Okay. Wait, why did we click Protect there? Everything was asleep. I'm confused. Okay. Pow's gonna get a Protect off. Okay, Pow's gonna go down. Yeah, I guess the game's just over. Kind of tricky there with that gunk shot miss on the Ogerpon. Would have been a lot easier, but I mean, that is an 80% accurate move for you. Alright, Waffle versus SR Volt Like. Got a Genie's team with Harflame, Gambit, Pow. Versus the Ting Lu team. Fire and Valiant. Fire. Interesting teams for Waffle so far. Defiant's gonna proc. Ogerpon's gonna Terra, but it's gonna be at neutral. Fair amount of damage for that instant, but ooh. Harflame takes a lot of damage there. Big damage from that King Gambit. Faster than the instant. Torn gonna protect here. And back's gonna go down. So is the King Gambit. Kind of neutral board here, but I mean, definitely a better trade for Waffle because the Ting Lu is now more difficult to remove. There's that Harflame. Oh, that's a really shitty miss. Why did we switch in the Valiant there? Hello. I guess with the play Mike made, it didn't really matter a whole lot, but it's still more damage on the instant you would have liked. Imprison, okay. Well, that screens transform. Yeah, the hands can't do anything. It's not a super great lock because we can't really beat the Lando here. Pow's gonna go down though. Oh, Sensor misses again. Very unfortunate. Iron Hands uses struggle. Wait, why do we switch the Mew out? Big Drain Punch. I mean, this Lando is just kind of in a bad spot here, right? I mean, or so you'd think, until it lives. It's a diabolical EV training moment. Oh, the Tinglu gets coached. It might be Jover. Okay, well, I mean, double Sensor can still win this game. Unless this has an attack. Oh, it misses. This game was super... They didn't click in prison? Bro, this game was super winnable if that Sensor landed, I think. Okay. Sundays versus Seraptor. Rakwooded is very interesting. I wonder what it is. Is it webs? Okay, immediate Terra Poison from that Lando. Is it going to be a Meteor Beam? Okay, it's not. Okay, well. Now I'm confused. Pow's going to die. If that was Meteor Beam, that Terra Poison there was such a bad play. Well, I mean, not really, but it could have gone really bad. Alright, there's a Dragonite. Very, very dopamine-inducing breaking swipe. Skulldango gets a plot off. Looks like AV Dragonite. I think it switched moves here. Yeah, did it click the Aerial Ace? Hit into that Glora is fine because you got the Poison Terra Lando in the back, so not really too much to sweat over there. There's the Terra. Oh, okay. Big Shadow Ball. Ogre just dies, but the T-Spikes get cleared and Lando looks so great in this endgame. Like, Roy Moon is only taking damage from a spiky shield chip. Maybe it's AV. It doesn't kill Wolverine Moon, even with a crit. Wow. And with that Terra Poison, this going to be wrapped up. Very strong play from Sundays here. Roy Moon having a career performance in this game. Roy Moon into the Gouging Fire team that doesn't have Tinglu. It's Jover. Alright, Rob Jr. versus 5'5". Oh, this game made me bad. Okay. Alright, Ninetales versus Iron Hands. An instant DNC lead, okay. I'm gonna fake out that DNC. But that DNC is Covert Cloak. Oh no. Okay, this is gonna be really bad if the Ninetales dies, I don't remember. Okay, it does not. So Bagel will go up here. Heavy Slam, oh, that does nothing. And there's a Sinistra. Really strong position for Rob Jr. Ninetales gonna click Protect. Big miss on the Roaring Moon. The facade goes into the Ninetales. Okay, interesting. I feel like he would have wanted to hit into the hand slot. Might have been worried about a gold switch. But the body press is going to hit into Protect there. And Headlong Rush is just going to obliterate the Iron Hands. Holy moly, even behind Reflect. Gold does get a free switch in here. Ish. I mean, it's probably just have to click Protect here. Roaring Moon is going to eat that. Iron Bundle plus Ninetales looks really strong in the back here, though. The answer is going to flee the battlefield there, as we see a party shot into good as gold. I guess each week we have a mechanics failure. Last week it was the Sucker Punch into Fergaraf. But the Declaim there, not going to get the kill because of no Terra Fairy there. So Trick Room does go up again. Ninetales going to come back in here. Behind that Veil, Gold will live that. Probably see him make it rain here. That probably kills the Ursulin at -1, yeah. So Gold in a good spot here as well. No leftovers. Good power switch in to guarantee the kill on the Gold, but protect there. Pretty smart. Gold going to go down there. Big breaking swipe. Yeah, I mean, back bundle looks very strong here with that Choice Specs Blizzard. Is the Pow Sash broken at all? Okay, yeah. It's a career Iron Bundle moment. Why do we quick protect? Where's the Lando? Hello? I feel like you wanted to confirm instant switch in there. Now you can't even protect in the face of Take Out, so this is kind of bad. There's that Ninetales. Take Out is going to go into the Lando. Sacred Sword is going to crit the bundle. All of a sudden, this is very difficult. But that Pow does get locked into Sucker Punch, so Lando should be able to clutch out this game. Sucker Punch comes out. That's 50%. Sandstorm misses on the Pow. And so is Sucker Punch going to get the roll? Does not. And the Lando lives. 50 to 43. Insane roll. Probably a very high roll on the first hit. Alright, Sea Life versus Fae. Sea Life bringing a kind of similar Bax Ting Lu team to that Waffle team we saw. Into the Bronzong Ursulina team. Bronzong Instant into Entei Ninetales, very good. Terrifier. How does Bronzong ever die? I guess Rock's Chip and Whirlwind. But that's an incredible matchup here. Oh, and the Tinglu goes to sleep. Oh man, it's Jover. Holland Puff does 13 to Rillaboom. Holy moly. Alright, there's a Rage Powder in case of the potential Whirlwind. Tinglu stays asleep, okay. Bronzong now really threatening. At +4. Oh, we're still not a 2-hit KO on the Tinglu behind Veil. Smart Rillaboom pivot in there. From Sea Life. Finally going to be able to get the Whirlwind off on the Bronzong, but like at this point it might be too little, too late. The Tinglu's almost died. And it can just come back in later and click it again. Pow gets dragged out. That's not great either. Would have preferred something like Incin or something, I guess. Or Bolt. Pow does get the turn wrong though, but wait, why do we double into this? Oh, I guess it's because Tinglu doesn't usually carry Protect. Well, that's a cool tech. From Sea Life. Freeze Dry into the Mungus. Not going to be enough, and Spore comes out of the Ninetales. Bronzong use Iron Defense, probably. Or just, okay. Found a way to get the Pollen Puff back onto the Tinglu, but there's no Veil this time. So that's a lot more inconvenient. Gyro Ball from the Bronzong. Via's just going to die to that Facade. And Tinglu's just stuck Whirlwinding. And he can't do anything else. Tinglu moment. Facade into that Tinglu. Dragon Pulse. Somehow it doesn't kill, because Tinglu is just like that, I guess. So there's the Whirlwind again, but now Spore is on the field again, and it just looks cooked. Big Facade into the Baxcalibur. Okay, not going to click Ice Shard again. And that's going to be a lot of damage from Earthquake, wow. No terrain, no veil. Just California. Alright. Look at the Bronzong in here. It should just win the game, I think. Yeah. Bronzong might be broken. Alright, Crust numbers, Freya Knight VGC, and there's a Registeel. Wellspring Torn lead here. Into that Glamora, POW. Gonna get a free Icy Wind off. The Glamora's just gonna die at the cost of rocks, and the cost of T-Spikes, but I mean, not a bad trade. I think you prefer that if you're Crust to like rocks going up, for example. And so now we get the Tailwind. Woodhammer to the Registeel. That's super great. The pawn goes for Hornleech. I think that, I mean, the end game here, you have two Pokemon that can beat Registeel. It's Gold and Lando. There's that Woodhammer. Gonna do a lot of damage. Substitute, okay. Registeel just clicks Amnesia. Double Protect here from the Wellspring and the Registeel. It's revealed to be Sub-Sansir. Which kind of makes sense. Usually when you see Sub, it's Earth Power, but Sansir is a very strong move. But Sansir is just going to whiff. Now the Registeel looks really threatening. But it still can't really beat the Gold. Amnesia again. Holy moly. Voltango needs to have a generational performance here. Well, just going to opt to get rid of that Torn. I feel like that's not super great. I feel like you wanted to plot there. Registeel, for the Lando is forced out. This is probably a really safe double up though. Into that Ensign. Okay, good, make it rain. Gonna kill that POW as well. Nice. But Ensign's gonna go down for its trouble. Well, it's not, somehow. Okay. Oh, because the POW died first. Okay, interesting. But Chew is similarly very good here. With that Terra Ghost. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, the Gold dodged. We're so back. We're so back. That's a really lucky dodge. The Gold probably just wins now. There's the Woodhammer. Goodbye, Chew. The Chew had hit that. Probably could have won the game. I mean, it might have still been difficult to beat the Lando. The Lando was chipped. It was doable for sure. We're just still gonna try its best, but it's not gonna be able to beat that Gold. Okay, and it's just crit. Okay. Alright, we see Breakfast Enjoyer again, this time versus Macco, with an interesting DO Speed Roaring Moon team here. With Gold and Lando. So I've seen a few Roaring Moon teams that all kind of look fairly similar to this. Gold, Lando, Wellspring, Ensign. Into the similar team from last week. I forget who brought it. I think it was Charlotte. I think so, yeah. DOS lead here. Probably just going to click rocks. Yeah. It is going to not quite die there. Okay, wow. Hang on there. Psycho Boost. Not going to do a whole lot of damage, but catches a superpower. Okay, nice. That's a good pivot there. To get the Rillaboom in. Very safe instant pivot here, even without... Oh, crit? Superpower? That's really cool. That's really neat, actually. Unfortunately, it just dies. Trying to take advantage of a free turn there, but it just didn't really work out. The Speargull is going to get some booty boost, though. Let's see what it can do. Okay, it's just going to click Decorate on the Incineroar. That's not super inspiring. Oh, it gets a defense boost. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, taunt. Huge. Literally huge. We're just gonna die to Flare Blitz. Holy moly. Decorate Smeargle might be OP. Can get forced out here though. Probably doesn't even have any moves left. Yeah. Gold gonna take advantage of that Earth Power pressure. Probably get a plot or just a Make It Rain. Yeah, there's a Make It Rain. Play. Looks okay. It's Specs. It's gonna knock out that Lando there. This looks very difficult to win now. If you're Macco. Yeah, this is over. Yeah, single target even at -1. That's gonna kill. And there's no way to break the sash. Wow, really well played from Requisador. This is a really strong game. Honestly, one of the first times Specs Gold has looked decent to me in a while. That's just going to take several KOs there. Well played. Okay. We have Gyarados Snow versus Tinglu Gouging Fire. A little more at Ninetales. The Gouging Fire over fun. Big Ivy Cudgel. I don't even know how ESM makes progress here. Oh yeah, that's just a game where like Nidato and Pigwario were testing and then TS crashed. And then when it came back, the game was public. Seeing Looflich and couldn't move. Gouging Fire is paralyzed, it can't move. Great gameplay. Big waterfall. He crashed. Not gonna do a whole lot because Kyurem's heavy and it's behind Veil. Another T-Wave. Oh man, this is just brutal. Yellow Magic. We're probably gonna die to that freeze dry. Ninetales is gonna go down though. Okay, it's progress. Speedogi gonna take a lot for its trouble there. Doesn't look like AV. I suppose it could be. Draco Meteor. Yeah, definitely not AV. Kyurem is going to go down there to that Throat Chop. Gouging Fire gets paralyzed. That kind of sucks. There's Gyarados. Big Stealth Rock. Gouging Fire gets paralyzed again. Okay, it does get the Sludge Bomb call there. Oh, but it's Roar. That's unfortunate. Apparently can make progress here, though. We're going to see an E-Speed into that Gyarados. Yeah, that's going to go down. And a Howl as well. Okay, we're back. But the Raging Bolt comes in quick to protect. Uh-oh. Oh, and the Poison. That sucks. Now you're on a timer. Raging Bolt does go down. Okay, get the Breaking Strike off. Oh, it gets paralyzed again. Wow. Kicks one. I might be stupid. Okay. Forgot I watched this game. I think I banished it from my memory. This was not very fun, if you're ESM. Still workable if the Chew dies to Sucker Punch here. Oh, I guess it doesn't even need to. It's not. Okay, but thanks to those poisons, like Gamora's be able to clutch this one out. But just one last protect. Brutal game. Okay. Yellow Paint versus Bagel. 20 avatars. Okay. On an interesting Dancy Sun team here of Walking Wake. Walking Wake's second appearance. And kind of a similar POW hands team, but except every other mod is different. But they look similar. Keytrain looks really good here. If you're Bagel. Oh, CC hands. Okay, interesting. So no free sub there, and Keytrain just lost a lot of health. Keytrain gonna protect. What is the Iron Hand set? Okay, it is not Heavy Slam. Good to know. If you're yellow paint. Big Earth Power. Yeah, this is... interesting set of trick room turns. Keytrain can be able to knock out that DHC thanks to that Terra Fairy there. Oh, it doesn't even die. Oh, it's Trick Fairy. Oh, very interesting. Okay. That's really cool, actually. People are going to switch in, get that T-Spikes up. That's really big if you're Bagel. THC still doesn't die. Broken Diamond Storm. Broken Diamond Storm. I don't know how you withstand Wellspring in the back, though, to be honest. Or even, yeah, just this, like, Stomping Tantrum D-Knight. Yeah, there goes Torkoal. Hand is going to be poisoned. Can't really do a whole lot here. Yeah, Stomping Tantrum's going to do a lot. Close combat. No Ice Punch there. This is difficult. There's the POW. But it's poisoned, so it doesn't really have its sash intact. Yeah. Lots of damage coming out from this D-Knight. Ice Punch comes out. But it looks like a little bit too... well, I mean, you're still up in mods, but the hand looks difficult to KO here. It's a tight end game, though. Alright, there's a Brick Break. Interesting. That's a lot of damage from that Ivy Cudgel, though. And the hand hangs on. Wow. Dang, if that was like Ice Spinner, it could have died. Oh, but it's Ice Shard, Brick Break, plus Dark Move. Dang, that really was not super great. Oh, well, the Power Whip just killed with POW on the field. That's insane. Holy shit. Alright, me versus Frixel. I got very bailed in this game. Alright. So, on preview I was like, okay, well... Glawora Golden Go Volcanion is not great for this team. For what it's worth, I'm Scarf Kyurem. AV... I'm AV Blood Moon, I think I'm SD Ogerpon. Or no, I think I'm Balmy Glide. I'm not sure. But I know that the hands is SD with Play Rough. And the Rillaboom is like one hammer U-turn, high horsepower. Alright, so we get to the Glawora lead here. There's not a whole lot of answers here, so I decided to burn Terra really early, and it pays off. As I'm able to get the Glawora down before it gets rocks up, which would have been devastating for this team. But I have burned Terra, so now it's a little tricky. So the Wolfbird comes in, I've revealed that I'm Scarf. Rillaboom is pretty safe, though. Yeah, I get a... okay, I don't even click Veil for some reason. Nice. But I do get a free fake out here, and there's the Veil. I don't know why I didn't do that the previous turn. Okay. Yeah, I click Helping Hand. I forgot I was Helping Hand. High horsepower. Does not kill the gold, but it does a lot of chip. And the Volcanion clicks Steam Eruption. Probably fishing for like a Ursaluna switch in there. Oh, thankfully I have high horsepower, so the gold's going to protect again. I get a lot of damage in the Volcanion. However, it clicks Wisp, and now the game gets a little bit trickier, because the gold is no longer in range of anything I do. And my snow runs out. What I probably should have done here was, like, pivot out with U-turn. I don't know why... why did I click high horsepower into that slot? That definitely seems like a misplay. Definitely could have played this one better. But it's not doing a whole lot of damage. The gold is pretty chipped. And I do have that scarf here in the back, but it's like a little unideal. I needed to get a little off field earlier. Um, but yeah, there's the freeze dry. Spring's gonna burn its Terra here and quick follow me. And here's where I get pretty bailed. Gonna freeze here. Um, it is pretty low though, so there's more I can do from this position. But again, I really should have gotten drilled them off the field, and like I just still clicked attacks. I don't know why I didn't click U-turn. I think I was like really worried about preserving health on Harflame and Blood Moon, but I feel like Blood Moon's health definitely could have been sacked here in hindsight. But Brucei is gonna kill that Volcanion. Gold is still alive, by the way. It's gonna take 2 kills. But Kyurem got a lot of value in this game, especially with that freeze. So I get my Harflame and my Iron Hands in here. Spiky Shield. I was expecting it to not be Tailwind. I was expecting to just like have like an Outrage or something, but instead I get a free SD with my Dragonite. Or not my Dragonite, my Iron Hands. And somehow caught the Shadow Ball there. I was kind of just sacking the Ursaluna, but unfortunately, like I don't really have a way to hit this gold. Which was why I was like kind of like really trying to knock it out earlier in the game. But I get the play rough off, does a lot of damage, and thankfully since the Ogre Pond is frozen, my line here is pretty safe. I could just protect the Iron Hands. The Ursaluna is going to go down here, but that's fine. That's how I get Harflame in. And gold probably protects here, so here's the thing, right? So if this is if the Ogre Pond's not frozen in the back here, like I have to play this game a lot more carefully. Like I can like try to leave the hands alive to like let the gold waste its protect turn. But I mean obviously he can call that, he can attack with the gold, and it gets messy. So it's a little bit trickier, but since the Ogre Pond's frozen, I have 80% chance for not to fall. Like I decided to just like play it safe and hit the gold here. So definitely bailed by that freeze. Made this game a lot easier. Because the Wellspring obviously protects the gold, and my hands can't really hit the gold either. So thankfully it stays frozen. Very, very lucky. And that Drain Punch is gonna out in the hands. I might not ever use this hand set again. It was very funny though. Alright. Pig Warrior versus Charmby. Big Chi-Yu here into that snow team. Unfortunately, it gets sacked on turn 1. Which is not great because the Chi-Yu is one of the key pieces here. Lamora's gonna come in here though. Big Icy Wind. And Rocks. Lamora clicks Power Gem. Sizable amount of chip to that Kyurem, but it's not a whole lot. Hands gets a pretty free switch in here. Pickout goes into the Kyurem. Okay. And Earth Power. Okay. Interesting. Get some chip onto the Roaring Moon, but at -2, that's just really not doing any damage. Hands is just looking pretty sad here. Ogre Pond's just gonna get caught by that freeze dry. Wow. Iron Hand's doing the smallest damage of all time. Roaring Moon moment. And now the game just looks kind of tough. It's not really a way to beat the Ninetales and the Lando at the same time. If you Terra your Lando, like, become weak to their Lando. Like that. So yeah, I mean, Ninetales just gets to Terra here. Um, Catches the Slip Bomb as well. It's not super important, but it's a free Icy Wind off, and now the Lando just kind of wins here. It is slow, so like, if the Lando can ever like the Lando is at -1, so obviously like this Lando is a lot more threatening. There's no ground roost. Everything is weak to ground. And we're locked into Sludge Bomb. Yeah, Gold's just gonna finish up the game here. Yeah, that's it for week 2. It looks like we're already over an hour into the video. Alright, I'll probably try to speed this up. Hello? Okay, that's odd. Alright, we have ESM versus Jello. With a beat up Terrakian versus a very interesting King Gambit Lando view team. There's the Ninetales walking weak lead. Big Icy Wind. And that Gouging Fire are going to come in from that eject pack. Reveals booster attack, which is very interesting. Probably very offensive. Could also be DD. But it just looks Breaking Swipe here. That just knocks out the Mew. Revealing that's probably banned, although I'm not sure, to be honest. There's the Icy Wind. But Sinister comes out and it misses the Gouging Fire. So this Gouging Fire gets a huge Breaking Swipe off. Does over half to both Mons. Really good trade for ESM. Ice Pillar's going to come out. Knock out that Walking Wake. I'm not sure if that crit mattered. There's a Terrakian. Plus one's a cut. T-Spikes is really huge here, by the way, because beat up only counts like helping Mons when they're not status. So if ESM clicks beat up here, it only get +2. But there's just a tailwind here. Realmum's just gonna take a little bit of damage. Honestly, a lot of damage, to be honest, from Rock Slide. But the Terra Ghost comes out here. With a Helping Hand Rock Slide, that does a lot of damage to both Mons here. Thankfully, like, King Gambit's pretty safe here with a Terra. And so it's gonna get to do that. Terra Ghost revealed. Looks Sucker Punch, though. Not the greatest. King Gambit takes a fair amount of chip from that Rock Slide, but I mean, there's not really a way to remove the King Gambit unless it's like foul play for Rig. So, let's see. Rock Slide again. Psychic. It's AV. It's not going to kill. Iron Head into the Furig. The Trakian does have like the speed control, but it like really can't like take advantage of it because the Gouging Fire. The Tailwind runs out. Gouging Fire is faster. And yeah, there's a POW switch in plus Breaking Swipe. But probably would have picked up that Terrakian from there. And catches the Psychic with that POW. So really good switch in there from Jello. And both Mons are going to go down here. And now everything's on a timer, right? You got the POW. Both Mons are on timer from that poison. Rock Slide's going to miss that Gouging Fire. We're just going to get a big Heat Crash. Yeah, the Rock Slide did miss, but it didn't even kill the Gouging Fire on the next turn, so if Flinch was maybe the out there, it might have been possible. Not really sure. Alright. Onwards. Opalucid versus 5'5". . 5 . Gouging Fire Powley into DNC Ogre Pawn. Good position for the DNC. The DNC just gets free Diamond Storms for days here. So we'll see what happens. Big coaching on that Gouging Fire. That's going to mitigate the damage from the Diamond Storms there, but Diamond Storms just going to keep coming. The DNC just looks so dangerous here. Terra Fire, okay. Well, it's valid for the Ogre Pawn, but like it's a little scary, considering that it's a DNC there. Alright, we see a Protect on Gouging Fire, which is interesting because obviously it's not usually like his Burning Bulwark. But Diamond Sword's going to miss that Rillaboom. Really big miss there. We're probably going to click Follow Me again. It hangs on from the +2 Heat Crash. From a very physically defensive Ogre Pawn there. With another Diamond Storm. Got to come out there and get another boost. Now the DNC just looks so difficult to stop here. Roaring Moon comes in. Very free to just click Breaking Swipe. And that's just gonna not quite kill the Rillaboom, but it's close. Woodhammer does not, at -1 into the +4 DNC, doesn't do much at all. This is truly a DNC moment. And you have the back Lando as well. Alright, I'm gonna go down there. But again, another Diamond Storm. Only 2 more left, but now I just need to click Body Press for the rest of the game. Big Icy Wind. Obviously not going to drop the DNC speed there, but gonna be enough for that DNC to go down to that Body Press and that POW at -1. Pretty big for the Lando in the back. As probably clear Amulet Tinglu is revealed there. No Icy Wind drop, but it doesn't even kill the DNC anyway. And the Tinglu just dies to Body Press, so yeah. Really good DNC replay there. Alright. Battle 16 versus Sea Life. Interesting offensive team here with DNC Amoonguss hands as the core in the back. And honestly kind of similar teams, except one of the teams has DNC, one of the teams has Gamora. There's also a Bolt as well. But I'd say similar style Corn, Harflame POW teams. Big Ivy Cudgel. Torrent just dies. No Sash there, probably Cloak. But I think like basically no Torrent is living that anyway, so. There's the Ice Spinner. She's probably going to go up, but you have the Amoonguss in the back. It's not a big deal. Wild Charge. Blocked there as well. Catches the Wild Charge with that Raging Bolt. But POW looks a little bit dangerous here, to be honest. Yeah, there's the Ice Spinner. Back DNC looks really threatening here as well. Alright, looks like AV Bolt on this team. Thunderbolt and Thunderclap. Flame Punch gonna come out. Clean up that Raging Bolt. Yeah, a bunch of trades. POW goes down. I mean, like, there's. I think the answer with Terra in the back is really dangerous here. I think it just probably wins. Lucas is gonna die though. Okay, that's something. But now you kind of just get the hands in for free, hook Trick Room, and win the game. Oh, it's Terra Steel. Okay, well, fair enough then, I guess. But it's Cloak, and it just ends up ignoring that fake out and getting the Diamond Star off. Terra in there just to cover the double glide possibility. Alright, we have Faye versus Essek Tapai. With another kind of gold Harflame Lando Moon team here. Into offensive Sun team. With Ninetales, Raging Bolt, Walking Lick. Where I'm going to click Tailwind, but it's not matched by the Torn, which offers the Stagger, and then Gilmore clicks rocks instead. Big knockoff. Sea spikes are going to go up, which notably here, there's no poison type. Those are going to stay up for the rest of the game. Double layers. Oh, I guess, well, okay, that's what the Terry in the Moon was for, to remove them. But that's like, it's kind of it's a good play, but it's a little bit, it's still tricky. Alright, there's the gold. No Ivy Cudgel into the gold, which is good. Drain Punch into the bolt. Nice as well. Gets the turn right. Now T-Spikes are going to be able to be removed, and the Lando looks good in the back. Big Shadow Ball. I feel like I would have liked to see that go into the bolt, honestly. Oh, quick plot now. I'm confused. Oh, big burn. Dragon Pulse gonna knock out that moon. Lando still looks really good here, though. Okay, we go Harflame instead. Big follow me. Oh, but the Protect gets called. And the Dragon Pulse gonna come out and almost kill that Ogre Pawn. Okay, well this just got really dicey really quick. From not hitting the bolt. Ivy Cudgel plus Shadow Ball is not gonna do a lot. Okay, Ninetales is gonna die. I'm in. I think you just lost too much of your tailwind turns and too much momentum. Gonna be double protect here. Now the bolt just gets to burn Terra here. Yeah, there's the Terra. Good play to keep himself in the game there by Faye, but you're not living Dragon Pulse from this bolt. Oh, substitute. Well, that doesn't really get there either. Might not have even had Sands here, so I guess that makes sense then, not bringing it in sooner, but yeah, Bolt, really strong performance from Bolt here. Looking a lot better than it did in the first couple weeks. Alright, me versus Mike. I get farmed here. Alright, we get the instant plus Bronze Long lead here. So here, like, my main objective is kind of like neutralize this Bronze Long early, and then make sure I still have enough resources for like Ursaluna under Trick Room. But it's a little scuffed here because my Lando is not super bulky. It's Choice Band. That's like about 100 EVs and an HP invest. So my Ursaluna matchup's a little troll under Trick Room here. But I am going to manage to get that Wisp off onto that Bronze Song, which is nice to start here. But my instant is taking that chip is actually not really great later in the game because it greatly limits my ability to switch into Figs with it. And then I don't really have a way to punish Ursaluna switch in. I probably should have just clicked to make it rain, but I don't know. I just didn't really see a way to make a whole lot of progress here. But I was kind of like afraid of like Earthquake pressure here. I'm going to intimidate onto the bear, but it's not going to be a whole lot. I'm going to get this turn right, but I have very limited options going into the next turn. So I opted to trade the Sash on the Lando, or the Torn here. As Facade comes out again. I could have called it with gold, but like I didn't really think it was worth it, risking that Headlong Rush there. And honestly, I thought my Lando was going to take that. It turns out it's like a 50% roll, but Lando kind of sucks, so it dies. And like, I mean, it's like okay here, but I just don't really have I don't really have ways to pressure the Ursaluna under Trick Room anymore. Because like, the instant can't even really switch in. You'll probably die to Facade even at this HP. Here I probably should have just like hard switched instant out, probably. Oh, I guess that's what I did. But I think it's just like a little too little too late here. It's like maybe still workable if I get this turn right, but I just decided to not Terra. My Terra was kind of scuffed in this game. If it was Terra Dragon, it was a lot better here, but I was Terra Water. And I didn't really feel comfortable burning it into the Wellspring plus the Sinistcha, but I really should have burned it earlier in the game. Uh, yeah, they're still just going to run away with this one. Okay. All right, we have C versus Poppy Loco. Oh, I think I missed C's game from the last week. Oops. Well, this video is long enough. All right, there's a Sucker Punch. Very interesting Metagross team here. This is a really cool team. Um, yeah, it looks like it's Scarf Landorus based on that turn one play. Yeah, it's faster than the Ogre Pawn. But we don't see a Bullet Punch again, so now both Mons are going to just die because of power here. Hmm. Volcania's coming on Glamora. That's not great either. Um, Urpon's going to protect. Could protect there. Mortal Spin, that's going to get so much value on that Volcanian. Wisp is not going to do anything this turn. Unfortunate. Pow's not a great spot either with its sash broken. And it hits into the hands. The Glamora gets a power gem off. This looks really, really difficult. Gold on the back looks very strong. And then the rest of this team here. Goes Red Moon first. Yeah, that's fair. You can click knockoff on this Volcanian or something. Yeah. No more leftovers. Volcanian is basically dead. It gets another Wisp off here or something, but it's not going to be enough. Like, you just don't have ways to... Once the Volcanian dies, there's just no way to beat gold. Okay, we hit the Volcanian, which is not super great because it's not super great because it gets some more health back. You could have hit the Crest instead, but I think you just get there anyway, honestly. So Wisp, okay. Oh, CC, yeah, okay, well, now the game's just over. Okay. Did that get revealed before? Am I just blind? Okay, no, it's Wild Charge. But yeah, there's just no way to beat the gold unless it's like knockoff Overpawn, but even still, it's gonna eat a -1 from the Royal Moon here. Big make it rain. Nice one from C. Okay, let's see here. Sundays versus, oops, Sunday versus Bagel. All right, you got another sand team here. Kind of similar to what Bagel brought into Nidato week one. Um, so we'll see what happens here. All right, we have an interesting snow team. This is a terrible matchup for Bagel. Like, this is just awful. Like, I would not be happy if I queued Primarina Snow into Excadrill Houndstone Sand. Um, Good bring by Sundays. All right, we see the Lando plus Excadrill lead here. Great way to come in. Out of respect for that Lando. Terrabug again, just like Bagel week one. But that Iron Head's just going to kill that Kyurem, and now the Snow team's lost the best part of Snow. Um, and there's not really a play to punish the... Oh, the Lando Scarf too. Okay, wow. It might have been revealed on turn one. I'm not sure. Um, yeah, but the Excadrill just kind of just gets to run away with this one, I think. Like, just looks really difficult to deal with. We do have to take out pressure from this hands here, so the Excadrill is going to switch out, but hmm, it's not great. How's some great switch in there, yeah. Gonna eat that Drain Punch. Maybe if the Drain Punch went to the Royal Moon, maybe it was workable, but it's still really difficult. Especially losing the Kyurem on turn one. This was tricky. And Wisp, wow. Okay, the house just takes nothing. And it's gonna have that last respects later in the game. This looks very difficult to win from here. Um, yeah, there's the sand again. Ninetales never gonna get to set Veil. Icy Wind. I missed that T-Tar. That's annoying, honestly. um, yeah, there's a knockoff. Uh, a Rock Slide. Another Icy Wind that's just not doing damage. Like, there's no way to win this from here. Terra Ground, okay. Wait, hold on. Okay, and it's Scarf. Oh, no, which is at -2. Okay. But it misses. Dang, this is just a completely shitty game. Yikes. Might have been doable with Flando here. With that Scarf. Yeah, it would have been doable, yeah. It's a really unfortunate miss. I mean, I mean, Flando was still going to be very good here, but um, from the opposing end, and Houndstone was going to be difficult late game, but Flando might have been able to do it. But Sun is going to take this one. Who wins for Sand in this tour? Worth noting. Okay. Oh, there's another one. Okay. Another Houndstone Sand with How Torn Wellspring into the Pow 19. Okay, so Sand is pulling incredible matchups. Is Sand the GOAT? Is Sand the greatest archetype in SVDOU? Let's see. Okay. So Wellspring plus first T-Tar lead here. Ivy Cudgel. Alright, so there's some rocks plus T-Spikes. That's good for Nido. Still going to be really difficult to make progress into this T-Tar. Um, plus Excadrill. Especially the Excadrill with the POW, Dragonite, Gold stuff in the back. There's a Dragonite. It's going to take Rock's chip. Terra Normal. Just going to get redirected away. It's going to take a nice Clash for its trouble, or not. Okay. Wellspring going to get a kill on that POW, but Excadrill Hounds don't get it for free. Oh no. Oh no. It's probably Clear Amulet Excadrill as well. Oh, and a higher horsepower. Yikes. Last respects with two Mons down. Yeah, there's that Clear Amulet. So difficult to play into this if you're Nido. Even with that sand in the back as well. Dang, even at -1 that killed. Okay, that must be like CB or something. Wow. Yeah, there's just no way to win this. The sand reset here. Or maybe it dies to Sucker plus C speed. Does that work? Okay, well we don't even get to see. Okay. Did it even have Sucker? Maybe it didn't. I don't know. But I guess that doesn't really beat the Houndstone late game. Probably. Oh yeah, with Terra, yeah, never. Okay. Wow, Sand doing really well this tour. I did not know that. Alright. Oh man, we have the cringe mirror. Alright, man. I'm not watching the Tinglu mirror unless it's on hyper fast. Alright, looks like these spikes are gonna go up, but there's an Okie dokie in the back. It's workable. Big breaking swipe. Gouging fire came in first. Oh, big gug shot miss. That sucks. Okay. Breaking swipe again. And the Okie dokie dies to a crit. Okay, well, that might not have mattered because it was at neutral. Okay. Terra Fairy, huge, actually. Huge. Wait, hold on. Here's how Gouging Fire can still win. Okay, well, maybe not. There's a little bit too much damage left in this game. Oh, gets the double burn? Holy shit. Is it workable? It might be workable. So, I guess not, yeah. There's a little bit too much damage there. Gouging Fire, if it had like just a little bit more HP, might have been able to clutch it out. Alright. Alright. We have a Pheasant Dippity team from Waffle and a Volcarona Clefairy from Charlotte. Okay, interesting. Big Pheasant Dippity. Strong shot. Holy shit. Down goes Rillaboom. Oh, Life Orb. Wait, that's actually fire. Why does it go in here? Hold on. Huge Earth Power. Big quiver dance. Oh, Tailwind. Holy shit. Pheasantipity having a generational game here. Holy moly. I don't know if I like that double. Okay, double protect is fine. Yeah, that's fine. Volcarona should still be able to win here, hopefully. Quiver dance again. Quiver dance again. Yep. Okay. We're so back. I mean, it is going to be a little bit difficult into that Pound Knight in the back, though. Okay, well, I don't like that. Why did we do that? Hold on. Defiant activation is crazy. The Pound Knight is going to just be able to hit into this Volcarona here. Oh, instead it's just a Terrifier. Okay, interesting. That works as well. Okay, well, I needed the sack Gambit there. Sure. Hmm. Okay, well, maybe Roaring Moon can clutch out. Sometimes Roaring Moon is the GOAT. Keyword sometimes. Thing, if you just if Charlotte just sacked the if Charlotte had just sacked the Gambit on that one turn, it was super winnable. Terra Blast. Holy shit. Yeah, it was winnable if the Roaring Moon got in for free there, I think. Oh, big heat wave miss. That sucks really bad. That sucks so bad. I guess I wasn't gonna kill anyway, but I thought there was a breaking swipe there. Gambling time. Did you not have sucker? Sucker killed Wolf. Alright. Pitgory versus Raptor. Alright. Very interesting DNC Blood Moon Sinistra team here. Um, then we got kind of just yeah, this is just standard genies. Okay. Gold is pretty big here. Fortunately there is a Gambit, so that's a little bit tricky. Um, alright, Instant is gonna click Wisp. Okay, huge. Huge actually. Huge. Oh, another Wisp. Huge. Big Sancer. Okay, no, just an Earth Power. Okay. Nice to get rid of the DNC. That's not really the priority here, I feel like. I would have definitely liked to see Sancer there. Um, Blood Moon. Dang. Yeah, why didn't we click Sancer the turn before? We were in such a good spot if we did that. Always gamble. Always gamble. Alright. There's a Hyper Voice. Okay, well now you gotta preserve both these bonds. If you go instant here and then yeah, instant hands is fine. It's still really tricky. Is that Sinistcha in the back? Okay, good ordering. Hmm. Yeah, there's the Sinistcha. Ice Punch here? Ice Punch? Oh no, I don't have it. Or something. And the Ogerpon just dies, yeah. Okay, well, always punished for not gambling. Wow, 53. Specs Gold? No, it's not. Okay, and it doesn't even kill. Wow. Yeah, I feel like this was very winnable, especially with that Wisp instant early in the game. All right, Shiloh versus Kodenish. There's another Roy and Moon Goldango DNC team, or Roy and Moon Goldango Landers team. That was what I was looking for. With Wellspring. Good stuff's here. All right, Roy and Moon gets the tailwind off. Big and make it rain. Does not look like specs. It looks like plot damage. Um, big knockoff. Just wants to make sure the T spikes don't go up here. That's pretty good. You do trade a lot of health on your gold for it, which is not ideal, but like it's fine. You probably end up having to do it anyway at this point, realistically. Because Breaking Slime's just such a good click here into the hands. Yeah. So T spikes are going to go up, but the gold is in such a great position that I don't think it really matters here. Um, no AV there. And the hand gets Ice Punch, not Drain Punch. Okay, well, that's not super great. Dude, Roaring Moon is so good. Holy shit. Big make it rain. Gold is finally going to go down, but it did like a lot of damage here. With that tailwind up from the moon, this looks really difficult for Shiloh to win, even with those T spikes up in the back. Yeah, there goes Torn. Power Whip is going to hit into the Protect, so Overpawn's going to be heavily chipped now. The question is, does it matter if the hands and the Lando in the back? I don't think so. Okay, well, it definitely wanted to click something other than Sucker Punch there. Oh yeah, that's rough. I mean, I guess there wasn't really much of an out anymore anyway, so I kind of get it. Um, yeah, it's a breaking swipe. Overpawn almost taking more damage from poison than from Ice Spinner. You hate to see it. But yeah, Lando in the back just wins from here. There's not really anything Shiloh could do about that. Yeah, and just another breaking swipe. Wow. Okay. Generational Roy and Moon performance. All right, so that's it for week 3. Let's go on to last week. Let's see. Almost done here. Okay, let's see. All right, we have. Oh, that's a really cool custom. Tanner Mask versus Cybone. Tanner Mask debut at SVDOU. Let's go. All right. We got a Genie's team with a Raging Bolt, Harflame stuff. Very big Intimidate lead here. But it's not Sashhorn. The Sashhorn dies immediately, and Wisp misses. Wisp probably would have rather seen that go into the Overpawn there, but that's a really unfortunate miss. Um, Bolt's going to come in, though. Wellspring's going to get an Ivy Cudgel onto the Gold. Gold gets +2, but it's not super great. Um, Bolt clicks Palm Line in front of Dragonite. Uh-oh. A big Dragon Claw's going to come out and just okay. Okay, so that sucks. Now there's not really a whole lot. I don't know if you can. I don't think you could even beat the Lando anymore. Lando Pow in the back. Big Ivy Cudgel into the wrong slot. So sad. Yeah, this looks Jover. Okay, it did get a plot off, but it's not really gonna. Yeah, it's just kind of cooked. All right, Louisan versus Breakfast Enjoyer. All right, we got Standard Genies again. Surely Standard Genies won't lose again. All right, Torn Lando lead here. Not exactly what you want to see in this snow, but we're gonna get the Terra Poison immediately. With the Icy One, the Ninetale's gonna go down. Really good turn 1 for Louisan. You might not have had to burn the Terra there. Um, I've seen like Sludge Bomb kill without it, but definitely just can confirm. Um, big Drain Punch. Blizzard's gonna come out from that Kyurem that's gonna knock out the Torn. Yeah, there's the gold. Okay, so gold gets in. Um, well, it gets a plot off. Okay, no plot. Does this kill? It does not. Okay, well that sucks. That sucks really bad. That sucks so bad. Okay. That's now it's cooked. It's just cooked from here, I think. That doesn't even kill. Wow. Okay. Just lost a lot of resources. Wasn't able to kill that okie dokie. Dang. Well, good health preservation for breakfast enjoyer. Just enough health in the tank there. Um. Oh, it's bulk up knockoff. That's hard. That's hard. Okay. Big drain punch. I think okie dokie probably just wins this. Oh, and a plot, and that's not gonna work. Rip. Well played by breakfast enjoyer. Here's a cool snow team. I'm a fan of this. I wonder if it's called my bolt. Probably. Encore Harflame's cool on it as well. All right. Bagel versus C. We have a interesting porn team here with Gomorrah, Heatran, and Spectre as well. Into a basically like it kind of looks like Fanrio, except there's no second ground type. It's Galtris over Landorus. This is kind of a cool build. Um, Galtris has seen there's a few uses on snow. I'm not sure I'm a super fan of it on this because like you just have such like a large like rocks weakness with this team. It's probably boots Instant to compensate, but still. We get a plot off from the Spectre, very big. Um, and a big blizzard. Let's see. Can Spectre do it? Uh-oh. Oh no, it doubled the Nine Tails protect. Very good protect there from C. Okay, Bagel's just lost a lot of momentum to get the Spectre going. It hasn't even gotten an attack off. Um, you do get a free Terra Fairy during Kiss here. I just don't understand why we didn't do that the last turn. That could have been really strong. I guess wanted to deny Veil, but C smartly preventing that from happening with that protect. Um, Heatran is cool here. It's lefties with that grassy terrain. But the Spectre is just going to click Shadow Ball into the instant switch in. That kind of sucks. Iron Defense for the Heatran. Okay, well that's just danger in front of Encore. Yeah, Shadow Ball. That doesn't even kill. Wow. Okay, and the Spectre goes down. Doesn't even take a kill for its trouble. Wow. Rough first couple turns from Bagel. Just got like that one call wrong into the double up. It's kind of spiraled out of control from there. A few mons are pretty low from C, but it's just difficult. I think if you're Bagel from here. I mean, I guess Iron Defense Heatran is kind of cool, but like we have Kyurem. Like it's fine. um, yeah, there's a freeze dry, and the Heatran doesn't even have Terra anymore, so forced to switch out there. Now it looks like it's too little, too late. If it's Meteor Beam, the Glamora can still get something going, but it's Terra Steel here. Um, and yeah, yikes. Okay, it's just Sash Rocks, but it's still. I feel like I really would have liked to see that led into the team that has 4 Rock Weeks. I don't know. I guess I mean the Spectre line could have worked if like there was one more if like there was one more attack clicked on that one turn. Like the double up didn't happen, but so I mean I kind of respect it. But a little tricky. This was a really cool team from Bagel. Um, it could have gone better. But I mean the just got a couple like calls wrong there. Cool team from C as well. Although this team not having like Landorus loses so much aura in my opinion. Okay, 5'5" versus Charlotte again. Let's see. Okay, solo Kirim team. It's very similar to what Ian brought last week, which is very funny. Um, and a bundle team. Chiu plus Iron Bundle, pre-home PTSD. It's so over. Okay, big defense boost. Okay, heavy slam caught by that Terra Dragon. DNC can get a defense boost of its own. The Amogus actually outspeeds the DNC, or it clicked Trick Room, but it might have just outsped. Um, let's switch it from Amogus there. Might have liked to see that like a turn earlier, honestly. Amogus gonna take a few Diamond Storms for its trouble. Gonna get kind of chipped here. Down to 32%. Just gonna get a Spore off. Thankfully, no goggles. But that leftovers DNC is looking really good in this mirror here. Um, oh, the bundle eats us for it's so over. Good call there from Charlotte. Obviously, like the Mugus didn't really want to stay in there, but that might have been just the safest play. It wasn't immediately dead to anything, but it just had took so much chip for beating those Diamond Storms. Big Spore into the DNC. One of the Amoongus is just getting chipped, and the other DNC is just healing. It's cooked. With that bundle asleep, this just looks impossible to win. All right, big wake up there from the DNC. Oh, it just misses the Amoongus. Rip. Hand's gonna switch out there. Yeah, I just don't know how to make progress. Um, Acro from the moon. That's cool. I don't really see that a whole lot anymore, but gonna put in some work there. Get a big body press onto the Lando. The NC only has two more Diamond Storms left. Oh, Subway. Oh, okay. Okay. We're cooking. That DNC is gonna outspeed the Lando anyway. Yeah, it's gonna go down there. Uh, Big brain punch. Not quite gonna kill the Roaring Moon. This Roaring Moon is broken. Uh, I mean, this is like would have been so much better if the bundle wasn't asleep in the back. The hands of the Ice Punch Heavy Slam as well. Pretty rough. Big Earth Power. Drain Punch. Yeah, it's just kind of cooked. You can't even beat the Kyurem here. Not with what's left. Big Glaciate. That Earth Power is not gonna bundle. It's cooked. Yeah, just not enough left in the tank. Chiyu doesn't even do a whole lot of damage there. Charlotte's gonna take another win. Well played. Okay. Val 16 versus Mesaluca. I don't even know who Mesaluca is. I guess we'll never know. I'm too lazy to check the thread. Okay. Got a Roaring Moon Ting Lu team. It's kind of cool. Do a good stuff. Raging Bolt team here. Uh, Try to spot what the difference is. The other one I think has Rilla over Among Us, but Among Us is really good here as well. All right, rocks are gonna go up. The Ting Lu is gonna eat a spore for its trouble. Harflame just getting intimidate cycled. It's not a great protect, honestly. Would have rather seen a probably more proactive play. Just like a switch out there. There's a Roaring Moon. Sludge Bomb again. Okay. So Snarl from the Ting Lu voted the most do nothing Pokemon of 2025 and 2024 and 2023. Okay. Knock off into the protect. Good protect there. Okay, no leftovers from the bolt. Might just be I mean maybe it's cloak. It's the other. I'm expecting it's Calm Mind Bolt here. Um Maybe it's not. Okay, maybe it's just AV. Okay, yeah, it's just AV. And what's the win condition? Is it SD Ogre Pond? Yeah, I guess it could be, yeah. Okay, that's interesting. Um but how it's like how do you make progress here? King Lu just went from being a liability to completely broken. One Pokemon change. Oh, okay, well Roman's gonna die. That's not super great. Very free Diancie switch in though. Get another Snarl off. I don't know why my replay is just lagging. Actually, what is going on? I'm so confused. Okay, that's a Diancie. Um, Harflame switch in. Is this Wisp Incineroar? It is not, but it clicks Parting Shot and pivots out. Okay, that's not a great protect. I get kind of fishing for the Wisp, but you get like maximally punished for it. Oh, it's Air Balloon Goldingo. That's fire. Hold on. Hold on. The Landers can't hit it. Oh, but a Sludge Bomb's gonna cut out. Okay, good cover there from Battle 16. Um, Goal's gonna protect. For what, man? For what? Alright, Tinglu's gonna come in. Okay, huge. You can take a Nerf Power. 37. Pretty substantial. And a Draco Meteor. Okay. The answer is 3 to click another attack, but it misses the land. Dude, what am I watching, man? Okay. If you're Mesoluca, the power looks good in the back, but you send it out immediately to intimidate pressure, which is not super great, but like, I mean, a lot of the things are weak to it anyways, so fair enough. I wonder if it's like Icy Wind. I think going that kind of screams Icy Wind to me. Um, yeah, okay, so that D&T is gonna get a big Diamond Storm off, potentially. If it's fast at all. Okay, it is. Down goes Incineroar. Thank you for your service. Um, yeah, there's an Icy Wind again. D&T, does it die here? Okay, it does. The Sacred, yeah, it does. Okay. But the own Harflame with the Icy Wind support looks really strong. Okay, there's a Terra. Okay. Spiky Shield. Huge. Oh, that's a good sucker. Where did the Ivy Cudgel go? Okay, it went to the Ogre Pond. Okay. Okay. I mean, killing the Ogre Pond is honestly kind of annoying here. Like, how do you even do it? Um, like, yeah, but now you just die. If I see wind pressure, though, it's not the end of the world, I guess. Um, okay, catches the protect. Okay. Okay, we're cooking. Cooking. Big icy winds. Let's make it rain. Wow, this is a very interesting game. Okay. Um, here's how Pao can still win. No, I can't beat the gold here. Or can it? Okay, no, it doesn't. It doesn't kill. Um, How just clicked came in and clicked Icy Wind 5 times. You'll love to see it. Yeah, this team. I don't know. This kind of felt like a team issue. Like I feel like Val played this game pretty well, but like I don't know. I feel like the structure really wants Combine Bolt. I don't really like it without it. All right. Wait, this is DOU. Why did I get this out of my off my screen, man? Okay. All right, ESM versus Sundays. We have the Lost Box screens archetype, except now there's an Entei. That's actually fire. Into Pound Out Glamora stuff with gold. Very pre-home coded team, except there's an Ogre Pawn. Big taunt. Deny the rocks there. Oh, and it's Cloak. That's a disastrous turn one for Sundays. That is so unfortunate. Okay. Um, and the Mortal Spin doesn't even work because it's Cloak. Wow. And it just dies. Excellent couple first turns for ESM there. There's the Terra normal use speed, but Overpond's gonna live that without Pow next to it. Um, and Bolt is probably gonna get a Depulse off. Yeah, that's a fair amount of damage. Um, Non-negligible. Entei's also gonna live that. Okay, Trick from the gold. That's kind of big. But now it's Choice Scarf at +1, and the gold just like gets cooked by Sacred Fire. Um, Pow is still gonna be faster than the Bolt though. That's good, but Entei is gonna get to move too. Wait, okay, this does not get to move. It's slower than. Okay, I guess it's just bulky then, because the gold already tricked away its scarf. Um, but the trouble is, there's just not a whole lot of pressure from this gold, and that E speed's just gonna let the bolt finish off that ogre pawn. Tail looks really good here. um, yeah, just gonna confirm that kill on the POW. Not quite gonna get there, but the glide doesn't get there either, and so big Dragon Pulse with a crit. I mean, it just looks rough either way, because like you have, if you take a kill anyway, like there's the comfy in the back. Um, yeah, yeah, there's the comfy, big floral healing. And the E-Speed. Gonna kill the POW. Ivy Cordial's not even gonna kill the Comfy. Wow. Very physically defensive. That said, I guess. To protect. Okay. Hold on. Here's how Ogrepon can still win. JK, unless. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's gonna die to this. Okay. Very cool team from ESM. I like putting Entei on this. This is cool. Um, I feel that makes it a little bit better into the POW stuff. That helped a lot here. Um, Sunday can take his first loss of the tour. Dropped a 3-1. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Very boring POW night team, honestly. But honestly, like the CTS stuff just kind of got him in the first couple turns. Like I don't even know what you're supposed to do into that with this team. Okay, we have the Orform archetype, for lack of a better word, into the very interesting backs team here. Um, this team looks like it's straight out of DLC 1. Let's see. The gold is kind of cool here, and the Wisp Volcanion as well. Um, but whiffing that Wisp into the Gouging Fire is not great. And that looks like a pretty bulky Ogrepon. Um, and the Volcanion, wow, takes over half from that Horn Leech. Yikes. Dude, this Deoxys looks so hard in this post. In this not post, avatar. Um, okay, the Volcanion's gonna hang on there. I don't know, like, what's the pressure into this? Like, honestly. Okay, well, Steel Eruption does kind of a lot. Torn gets in, but Torn itself is not the greatest here. Okay, it's just a breaking swipe. Wow, that itself just did 50. Wow. Okay. It's good if you get a speed drop here, but we don't. Um, so that's a little tricky. Okay, Tailwind could be worse. We're not even gonna see if that was a roll because the Gouging Fire just crits there. Oh, and the miss, the heat wave, that sucks. That heat wave miss sucks really bad. It's still definitely workable. Actually, no, it's not, dude. That miss sucked. Holy shit. That might be the worst heat wave miss of 2025. Holy shit. Yeah, because the Gouging Fire just got breaking the sash or the sturdy on the Ogre Pawn there is really big. Um, yeah, don't even have the right tools on the board to threaten the ore form. Like you can go gold here, but okay, I guess probably just a U-turn then. Yeah, that's fine. Gold is a wait. Okay, we're still not going gold. Okay. I don't super disagree with that. I guess I feel like I don't know. I feel like that was a good board for it though. Gold's healthy though, right? Yeah. Look at it. Okay. Okay. Wait. Hold on. That's huge. And Tinglu's gonna come in though. Uh, oh, it's just, oh, and there was Terra. Okay, so yeah, you can't even break either of these wands anymore, really. Yeah, big body press. Yeah, that Terra Fire from the Rail Boom earlier in the game was not super great later on. Yeah, that Sorcerer archetype has remained pretty good constant of this metagame for the last couple of years. It's been honestly hasn't really changed a whole lot. I mean, it's just a gouging fire on it now with the all the changes and mons added to the game. Um, it's pretty good. Good showing there. All right, SR Volt Mike versus Nekos in trouble. Um, we got the gold plus the ensign. Ogre pawn switching. Okay. The Okidogi looks so broken in here into Nekos' team. Like, I don't even know what you do to that. Big Ivy Cudgel. Drain Punch is just gonna heal all that back. Okay, it's Wisp though. That's not bad. Okay, you kind of neutralized it. I mean, not really, but gold looks really good on this board. I mean, it probably has knockoff here because it looks like AV. Um, Well, the gold's gonna move first. Get a pretty big make it rain. Knock off Shukaberry. Okay, interesting. We're seeing a couple of Shukaberries so far. That's kind of neat. I might try that out. I saw the one on the dance earlier. That was kind of cool. There's the Kyurem. Big Thunderbolt. Instant switch in. Gold looks good here. I mean, I don't. If it was leftovers, would have gotten so much value though. Super punished for not being leftovers. And that instant being Terra Water isn't great either because it's still weak to that Harflame. Or that's weak to the Harflame. Make it rain doesn't even do a whole lot at -1 there to that AV Kyurem. It's just like there's no progress being made here. Um, into like Mike just isn't really losing anything for just clicking attacks every turn. All right, nasty plot, huge. Oh, we see the life do that does not fail on the gold. Okay, again, every week we've had like a mechanics failure. um, okay, from different players. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Um, Combine Bolt can maybe it's just there's just too much stuff, too many ice types. An opposing Bolt, yeah, it's just not really workable. Yeah. Okay. Well, game did get looks like it got a little bit closer, but I don't think. I mean, it just looked really difficult for Nakis to make progress. Like, let's see. Okay, versus Pig Warrior, another Terrakian team. Okay, there's the Snow team. Okay, I think we saw this same kind of six earlier in the tour, just like a little bit rearranged. I think one of the early weeks there was like a team with the six. Looks similar to Kodenish's week 1 team. I think that's what it was. Um, okay, the big blizzard. That crit on the Kyurem, pretty big though. Okay, doesn't get baited there by the Farig. Um, the Kyurem, however, is gonna die. Probably lived that if it didn't get crit the previous turn. Um, with that snow, but it is gonna die there. Gold is gonna come in. It's not a bad position for gold. As long as you just like click make it rain here. There's a sub. Oh, but the gold gets flinched. That sucks really bad. Okay. Mm. Because the substitute doesn't even get you a whole lot here, honestly. Like, Rock Slide again. Even that does kind of a lot with Pal on the field. There's a gold. Oh, but the Earth Power goes into the Lando. Rip. Dude, this Karakian is having the career replay. Oh, big rocks. That's up really good rocks. Yeah. Okay, gold gets a plot off. Huge. Okay, Icy Wind. Nice. That's not bad. That's not bad. I make like oh, it still doesn't outspeed. Okay, that that's crazy. Okay. Um, the gold probably just gets over like Lando at -1 then, rather than being slightly faster, it would have gotten over. Oh, this is like Choice Scarf. No, it couldn't have been. It was outsped by the. I wonder what the item was on this track. Okay, big throat chop. This looks cooked, I think. Yeah, this looks cooked. Okay, Terra Water. It's not really gonna help you from throat chop. Yeah, gold is gonna die. Um, oh, it's Sash Lando. Yeah, it's rocks. Yeah. Okay. Sash Rock Sansir is diabolical. Just gritted Sansir on every single set. Which honestly, not that much wrong with that, but you do lose a little bit when you drop Earth Power for a little bit stronger damage and reliable reliable damage. That was the tie there. Yeah, it was looked kind of cooked anyways. Okay, we'll play for Pigwari there. Okay, another Crest Bear team. into a really interesting Torn team here. Chiyu, Bolt, King Gambit, Lando, Amoonguss. It's kind of cool. I'm kind of a fan of that. Um, Big Stealth Rock, Ice Beam. Okay. It doesn't even do a lot with Chew on the field. Wow, that's a really bulky Lando. Crest also just sucks, but still, only 70 is crazy. I would expect at least like 80. Oh, big Dark Pulse. That Dark Pulse flinch sucks. Okay. uh, Speed drop. Okay, the bear does get in for free. It's workable. It's workable. You're gonna get a Lunar Blessing off here. Um, hmm, okay, well, good attack there by the Torn. That was a good play. Attacking with the Torn here. Gonna. Oh, we'll just miss. Okay, well, hmm, it's a little bit weird. It's a little, okay. Oh, the Mogus is still slower even after the Bleakwood speed drop. I mean, FC looks behind now, but like the Chi-Yu just goes in after Trick Room expires. I feel like you just let Torn go down here, and then the Chi-Yu just comes in and wins. With that Ursulina so chipped, it looks cooked. Okay, or you can do that. It's not that bad. Um, Ursulina gonna die to burn. Still though, Chi-Yu late game, it looks over. All right, probably. Okay, the Torn just stands in. Maybe it's Cloak. Okay, plot from the gold. Yeah, that's Chi-Yu. Uh, it's gonna cook. Um, okay, so they're gonna get fake out pressure again, but like the Chew, I think still has Terra. I think both sides still have Terra. It's a little bit dicey here. Terra Dragon. Okay, Dark Pulse. No fake out into the Torn. Interesting. Okay, well, Flare Blitz is gonna kill that Chew, but not before it takes care of that gold, and now it looks kind of tricky. Yeah, Bolt looks impossible to remove without the bear or the gold. This team is pretty weak to Bolt, I'd say. Yeah, there's the Dragon Pulse. I'm like, yeah, I don't even know what you're supposed to do here. Yeah. Okay. It's kind of cool team. I feel like the King Gambit's a little out of place, but the rest of it looks really good to me, I think. Okay. Not the Excalibur Iron Valiant again, man. My goodness. If this team, and I think this team won both of its games. That makes me sad. A big icy wind. Oh, no drop on the Valiant. Okay. Aura Sphere. Drops the bundle to Sash. Kyle Cole playing a rare game of SV. Um, Lander is going to die there. Rocks are going to go up, though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That is nothing. Oh my god. Okay, well, the Tinglu is never dying. Can't believe how little this Mew is taking. It must be pretty Spadef invested as well. Plus the Vessel of Ruin. Big heavy slam. Dude. View clicks Trick Room. Okay. Big stopping tantrum. Terraghost, though. The Wisp is going to get off. That's not bad. Another coaching, though. At what point? At some point, the Wisp doesn't even help that much. So, yeah. There's the Vincent just gradually getting chipped. Bundle can't do anything. Leaving it alive is correct, I think. Yeah. And the backs, it just looks cooked. Yeah, and the SD, you can't even. Household can't even kill the Tinglu because it's Terra Ghost. All right, final game. Oh, it's my own game. All right. I feel like this was not the last SV game played. Maybe it was. I don't know. Okay. All right. So we have kind of an interesting like Bolt team here with like the Sinistras stuff. I was guessing on preview it was like AV Blood Moon. It just looked like that would be it with like Calm Mind Bolt. Um, and the rest of it looks kind of standard. Um, all right. So yeah, let's play. Okay. So Raging Bolt plus Wellspring lead here, as I lead the Lando and the Instant. Um, I clicked fake out into the Bolt. I honestly didn't even consider the fact this could be Cloak. It ends up being Cloak, but and the Ogre Pun lives. I was kind of fishing there, like a lot of on the non-bulky ogre pond, like Sludge Bomb can has it's like a 50% roll to kill, but it looks like it might have been bulky, or I just been rolled. Um, Alright, the bolt is gonna get to +2. However, that Terra Steel is gonna let that Landorus hang on and get a big Sand Seer off. And now I get a chance to get the instant back in, reapply some like parting shot pressure. I was like, look, Swords Dance with the Ogre Pawn. And that was a pretty successful bluff with that Lando threatening pressure there, because I didn't actually have follow me, so the Lando could have died to Thunderclap. Turns out it didn't even have Thunderclap, it was people. Um, but Amogus gets it under Trickery, but this team, without that Ogre Pawn for like follow me support, this looks really tricky for the team to handle Amogus. And then also I have like Play Rough Ogre, or Play Rough Ogre Pawn, which is a pretty cool set that thankfully no one tried to stop me from running because it pulled an excellent matchup here somehow. Um, it's just pretty nice with the bolt in hands, and it's just going to take a kill there. The Ogre Pawn just really strong here. I have a huge lead. Um, don't even didn't even really bother to perk the Ogre Pawn there. Like I have enough HP. All right, and then I think this turn, yeah, I switched it. Some of the Theris Lunas that I've seen in AV are like Terra Ghost, so that's the only reason I didn't click Fake Out. I figured Parting Shot was just a little bit safer. Blood Moon, yeah, it is AV. Ogre Pawn does take a lot from that. It's not really a bulky set at all. But get a big Bleak Wind off. Fortunately, I hit this in his jaw. That's the important part. Um, and now it's just in range of another one. I just get another attack with Ogre Pawn. Ogre Pawn just took too many kills in this game. It just became too difficult for Yellow Paint to come back from this one. It's a huge early lead. And yeah, that's gonna be it. So yeah, that's my recap of the SV games. Kind of just standard stuff. I kind of enjoy watching these. Probably shouldn't have watched all of them at once, but I thought it'd be kind of funny because I saw other people recording similar videos. Well, of course, that's a lot easier to do when the tier only has 4 games a week and not 12. So, um, but yeah, hopefully that gives people an idea where SVDO is right now. I saw a lot of different archetypes um, from this tour, so it's interesting to see the metagame kind of settle down after Arcalodon got removed from the tier. Ogre Pawn become very good again. It was always good, but Wellspring I think is real clear like top mon here. Looked really good in the games we watched today, I'd say. But it's interesting to see stuff like Pound Knight still around, Tinglu's still around, Snow is still around, and has seen some really cool teams recently, I'd say. I thought that I was pretty impressed with some of the ones we saw. And then Genie's is kind of just the same, to be honest. Yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.